Alright, what's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of the TMossBoss show. I am really not skipping a meal, but I'm like putting some food on pause real quick, so I can do this episode because I really wanted to talk on this video game. So if you guys remember like past previous episodes where I talked on this video game called Assetto Corsa Competizione, so I can't remember if the last episode where I talked on that, where if I said I deleted the game, but if I did, so sometime after that I reinstalled the game. I was playing it, I was practicing, I was playing online, and I honestly thought that I was doing really good in that game. Like driving, I had down like to a T. I was like, nah, bro, there's no way possible somebody will join my stream or comment on any of my videos saying that I am playing that game horribly or I'm not playing it correctly or if I'm suck at the game, whatever it is, right? Like I had driving down. I wasn't crashing, I wasn't spinning out. Like, and even with this race that I was doing, so I was doing a career mode race today, right? I had to say that was probably the best driving that I've done in the whole game. Like honestly, it was like some top tier driving, and I was like, fam, I have this race down in the bag, bro, in the bag. I'm in first place. So how the race started off, we were like all like lined up and stuff and we were driving. Soon as they said green light, I just freaking zoomed past these two cars because I think I was like in third or fourth place, and I just zoomed past them first place whole race, right? And I should have known something wasn't right when it wasn't like no lap like race, or if it wasn't, because I'm saying like I was just recently watching this F1 show and they were, going based off of laps. They were going based off of time in Assetto Corsa Competizione. I don't know why they're going based off of time, and I'm like, if that's how they really do racing like that, like how whoever they're trying to imitate, if that's how they're racing, I'm like, okay, I can't be in the wrong. But my thing is this. Every racing game that I've played, they have it where if you are in first place, regardless of whatever race you're doing, whether it's karts, whether it's GT cars, whether it's compact cars, whether it's limousines, whether it's couches. Trust me, I played a racing game that had couches in there and we were racing them. Lawn mowers, freaking exotic cars, muscle cars, hybrid cars, electric cars. It did not matter which car I was using, which race that I was from rally racing, circuit racing, point to point racing, what other types of racing out there? I've played so many different types of racing games out there. So many different types. I've played Midnight Club. I played Forza. I played Gran Turismo. I played Dirt Rally. There are two games that I played, and they have it set up on some dumb stuff where like they don't even really explain it on top of that. Cause I'm saying like my thing is this: you should know when there is a new type of racing game out there. The smart thing to do is to have a tutorial to explain to me how do I race properly in this game. Because if I see that I'm in first place, I'm not going to fall back. I'm not going to change up what I'm doing. I'm going to still stay in first place. So I'm doing this race, and I don't know if it was because I forgot to go through the pit stops, but I'm saying like, who's playing the game to go through pit stops? Like I'm saying like, I know that there's racing games out there that do that, but why is that even an option? When like the whole aspect, the whole main goal of the game is to race. Not go through pit stops, not change out my gas, not change out my tire. I am racing. That's it. Because I'm saying if that's the case, if that is the case, then why do they have it? Because I'm saying if I wanted to play a game where it's focused on pit stops, I will buy a game that is focused on pit stops. But if I buy a game that is focused on racing, guess what I'm going to be focused on? The racing aspect of the game. The driving part of the game. You mean to tell me I went out and bought this expensive steering wheel controller, right? this expensive steering wheel controller and buy Assetto Corsa Competizione just for them to go through all of that, all of those practicing, hours of playing that game, just for them to be like, oh, you lost the race because you wasn't like, and it's the thing is like they don't even explain it to you how you lost the race. You're in first place the whole race. Soon as the race is over, 16th place. Like, honestly, and that is the main reason. I have to say that is the main reason why nobody plays that game like how they play Assetto. No, here's the thing. This is why I honestly think why Assetto Corsa like just not just the game, the whole series. Assetto Corsa is only popular because of their mods. The fans had to make that game fun. Do you honestly see how sad that is? Where fans have to make your guys' game fun? Like, there are games out there, don't get me wrong, there are games out there where it is fun, and fans, they add mods to it, and it's amazing. They make it 10 times funner. But for a game to get no recognition up until you see guys on TikTok, Twitch, and YouTube racing on these freeways and stuff and changing up all these different cars, that's the only reason why you guys are a company today, is because of the fans. But Assetto Corsa Competizione, I honestly, cause no, a friend of mine's actually no, shout out to Blazin, because Blazin, so she was doing a streamathon, a subathon. And a subathon is like, I think like when a person gifts a sub, like you gotta add, I don't know how many hours, I don't know how it's overall set up and things. But anyways, look up how a subathon is, and that's what she's doing. That's not overall the main thing that I'm gonna be talking on. But no, what she was doing during her subathon, she was playing Need for Speed. Now, this is a Need for Speed that I played and beat. I was telling her a little bit about the game, and then I was also brought up Assetto Corsa Competizione, and then she remembered how I bought the steering wheel controller, and then she had said, should she buy that game, that is the first, I had to say, like, I usually would tell people, like, oh, maybe watch some videos and all that stuff to, understand the game. I just flat out said no. I said no, to save herself the trouble, to save herself the frustration, because a game like that, Assetto Corsa Competizione, the only people that can play that game are the developers. That's it. That is the only people that plays those type of games, or people that watch that form of racing. But I have to say that is literally the dumbest form of racing of all times. Of all times. I'm saying I've played. And maybe that's just, me being too much of a gamer. Maybe I need to sit down and watch how professional racing is and stuff. But I'm like, bro, if I'm winning a race, if I'm in first place, that thing says first place, I don't care what type of racing it is. I don't care if we got freaking them sacks and we're hopping across the finish line. If I'm in first place, bro, I expect that thing to say first place champion winner or whoever. Not overall, like, oh, first to be last. Like, it's stuff like that where I'm like, if you expect me to play the third Assetto, because I don't know if they plan on coming out with another Assetto Corsa or just overall another game. Let's just see real quick. Assetto Corsa 3. They haven't. I don't see nothing about Assetto Corsa. It's a sim racer. Competizione is released. Yeah, I ain't seeing nothing of no third one, and that's good, because I'm like, that to me, it just doesn't make any sense where, like, you want people to have fun in the game, but you do stuff like that. Like I said, the only reason why people are having fun, not even in the Assetto Corsa Competizione, the one that I have, but the only reason why people are having fun with just the whole Assetto Corsa franchise is because of the fans, the mods. So, shout out to the fans that's out here creating mods and making the game better, because if it wasn't for that, no, the funny thing is that I played both Assetto Corsa and Assetto Corsa Competizione on console. This is like I have recently bought Assetto Corsa Competizione on console. It was like last year. And then I had bought it again on my PC and stuff because I got this steering wheel controller. But I remember it was years ago. I played Assetto Corsa along, like, on my Xbox One, and I didn't like it. I didn't like it at all. And I heard about that game because a lot of people was talking about it. And I bought it and I didn't realize like, oh, it's because it was the PC version. That's the one that everybody's talking on. Yeah, I already have to know. It's like, yeah, it's probably because of the mods and that's why. And then when I look and see videos, there's this one guy, I can't think of his name and stuff, but he always does videos of himself playing that game where he's like on the freeway and stuff, just zooming past cars and crap. And I'm like, that looks so much fun. And I know people will probably ask, why am I not playing that? And I think, I don't know, maybe I just need to, I honestly don't even want to play the game. Like, after playing Competizione, I don't want to play no more games from Assetto Corsa whatsoever. Now, I don't know if it's like two different types of developing teams or whatever, but if it's like kind of like, you know how like with Call of Duty, how they got like one team developing Black Ops, one team developing Modern Warfare, one team developing whatever other games. If it's something like that, whoever designed or developed Assetto Corsa, those are the ones that need to be developing future games. But whoever designed Competizione, fire them. Like pronto, ASAP, right now. I'm saying because they don't need to be, because no, that's the thing that they talk on, is that it's made by professional racers. Were they last place racers? And then they just can't let go of being in last. So they're like, oh, if you play our game, everybody's going to be last. Like, I hate games where they don't give out no explanation and you gotta watch all these different types of videos on, because as soon as the game starts, like, there's no tutorials. And I'm like, I played a few games like that. I remember there was this motorcycle game, and I'm like, and that game was stupid too. It was like called Rims or something like that. And it was, yeah, you're a biker, he's just constantly falling off. And I'm like, fam, do I have to go and build like a whole motorcycle rig just for my character to not fall? It's stuff like that where it's like, why would you come out with a game and make it that challenging and make it that difficult? Like, only game that really needs to be challenging and difficult is games like Elden Rings. But I'm saying, like, with a racing game, the whole idea of a race, okay, doesn't even matter like what type of racing that it is, but the idea of the race is the win. Why are you making it challenging to where a person can't win? I'm saying like that, it's that type of stuff where I'm like, hey, you know what? If you guys decide to come out with another Assetto Corsa, just let it be like Assetto Corsa mods or something. Or, you know, online, whatever. But it's just, it ain't even focused on that Competizione crap. Whatever they are trying to do with that game. But it is just focused on having fun. I'm saying, but it trips me out how, like, people will crap on arcade games, but you praise games like Competizione? No, I refuse to listen to anybody that gives praise, the highest ups, whatever you want to say positive about Assetto Corsa Competizione. There is nothing positive about that game. It's positively crap, I know that much, but I will never, okay? I have no desires on playing that game no time soon. No desires. The thing is that when I was playing that game, I was like, I just finished my stream, but when I was playing the game during the stream, I deleted it. I deleted my review. I unfollowed that game. And if there's anything else that I have, like where I'm following anything related to that game, unfollowing it. Because I'm like, no, a game shouldn't be that bad. It really shouldn't. Like, the fact that you go... Because my thing... The issue that I have with the game is that they have stuff in there set up to where it's, like, meant for a person where their brain is on backwards. But I'm saying, like... Because I want to say some things, but I'm like, I know I can't because I'm not trying to offend anybody, but I would like to imagine y'all know where I'm heading to. Y'all know which words I want to use, but you know I can't use them, okay? I'm like, because there's kids out there listening and things, but like, what I don't like about that game, and after this, I'm going to, end this episode because I'm hungry and I'm trying to eat, and I'm like, I'm just, trying to move on from that series, but anyways, the thing that I don't like about it is that practice mode, fun. All you doing is just driving around in some fancy car, just burning up the roads, right? Online. I played online. Online's alright. They just got a lot of, like, people out there just doing these, like, 20-some hour practice things, and just overall crashing into each other, just seeing overall who's better and crap. Alright, that's chill. That's cool. I played special event, had no idea what to do in that special event. They said to do a hot lap. I don't know how many laps I was supposed to do. I drove and I'm like, once I ain't seen nothing was being accomplished, I left. And then I remember when career mode, so I played career, or not career, but champion mode on my Xbox. And they did that same crap. And I'm thinking, okay, career mode must be different. It's just, racing, and whoever is in first place, you win. Like most races, right? Like most races. But anyways, so they have it where you do all these practice rounds, right? You do all these practice laps. You're doing all these practice laps. Eventually, you get to a point in time where now you are qualifying for these races. So it's pretty much just an extra bit of like practice, right? You qualify for a certain place. I'm in first place. I zoom past this fourth or third place. I zoom past these cars. I race around that track for 10 minutes, or it was 10 plus minutes. First place the whole time. And you mean to tell me that I get 16th place? Sorry, but no. I refuse. I refuse to talk positively about a game that does crap like that when I can play Forza. Don't matter what race I'm doing in Forza. If I'm in first place, that means that I won. If I pass that finish line in first place, that means that I won. Grid. Pass the finish line in first place, that means that I won. In Dirt Rally, you pass. Well, I know Dirt Rally is different. So with Dirt, you pass in first place the finish line and stuff. You win the race. Dirt Rally. I know they got like on the side where it shows like where you are at and stuff. Like so overall, like it'll like if you're ahead, first place, you won the race. Where's some Gran Turismo? You're in first place, you won the race. Where's some other racing games out there? I'm saying why Assetto Corsa Competizione is just deciding, hey, you know what? Let's just do some just random stuff. Have so many people confused. Because I'm saying, you're going to have people like me that don't really know too much about that form of racing. And I'm going to look at it and be like, hey, yo, this is the dumbest form of racing of all times. And I will not support it. I won't. Because I'm like, nah, bro, that's stupid. I'm like, that is just some dumb stuff. So I will not be playing the Assetto Corsa Competizione no time soon. So if that disappoints y'all, oh well, I really just don't care. And I honestly rather play some of the most hardest games I've played in my life than to go back and play Assetto Corsa Competizione again. I'm saying, like, a game should not be that horrible, but anyways, and that being said, I will talk to y'all later. I really didn't want to do, well, I don't know. I guess, like, overall, like, if I'm going to do my 100 season, I'm going to do, like, episodes going based off of, like, all my other, like, previous seasons. So, had to get one Rage episode out the way, because, man, I'm telling you, that game, bro. And if anybody's wondering, like, maybe if I get this game, because you might know a little bit more about racing than I do, right? Like, I feel like that's logical. I feel like no. I feel like even if you do know, the only thing that you're really going to be doing in there is online. That's it. That's literally the one thing that people play in that game is online and probably practice. But the career stuff, the championship stuff, unplayable. 100% unplayable. Or maybe it's just me not knowing how to race, but I'm like, I've been playing racing games literally since I was a child. Some of the first few games that I played in my whole life was racing games. And from that point of my life, when I was like, 2, 3, 4 years old, all the way up till now, 25, going on 26, every racing game that I played, there was one other racing game that I played that was like that, and I did not play that game anymore. And overall, it's not a good game. Nobody plays it. That's one game where it's all like, I see nobody playing it, nobody talking about it. And freaking Assetto Corsa Competizione, right up there with that game. I honestly can't remember the name of the game, and I don't want to remember the name of the game. So, anyways, yeah. And that being said, I will talk to y'all later. But yeah, do not buy Assetto Corsa Competizione. If you're going to get any Assetto Corsa game, get you just the regular Assetto Corsa. Get the mods for it and have fun with the mods. But I do not and will not endorse, support, show love, praises, anything that is talking positive about Assetto Corsa Competizione will not be coming from me. It will not. okay? Unless they change and revamp that game into something better. But if they're not going to do that, I have no desires on playing that game again, all right? So, talk to y'all later. Thank you guys for watching. Like, subscribe, viewing this on YouTube. Follow, subscribe, viewing this on the podcast streaming service. Make sure you subscribe to one of my 43 YouTube channels. Follow me on Twitter, TikTok, Twitch, and Instagram at TMossBoss. And make sure you follow my Facebook page at TMossBoss fan page. Also, if you're purchasing any tickets from SeatGeek, make sure you use my promo code TMossBoss. It would knock $20 off your first purchase. And then that being said, I'll talk to y'all later. Thank you guys for watching and or listening, and peace.